AFK.
Just server mute him. Okay. If you are server muted, just stay after the meeting and we'll unmute you. If you leave, then you're not gonna.
I messaged him to me.
I just muted him. A couple other people were.
Modder. Who's that modder on?
Just take the server down for now, Hodge.
Okay, Dad.
Son.
James,
That bone up.
your mic.
Has modder on.
Tyler is here. Will.
Mr. Lonely, mute your mic.
Haven't seen him on forever.
And Baker, mute your mic. Okay.
Let's start yet. We're gonna start in 4 minutes.
What's the point of muting your audio if you're in the server meeting? Do you see that?
At
The bottom.
Turtles. At Turtles.
Polar mute it.
Join at Sebastian. Join at but
Keep it muted, Polar. You could do it.
Lemons.
I've got faith in you.
oh, Buck is already here. Never mind. Delete that message.
Lives. 56 out of 99. Are you kidding me? At least 70s or 80s.
I know. There's like
We're
no
gonna
stats
hit.
in here.
We're gonna hit 6. Yeah, what the hell? Well, I mean, there's only 8 admins online and 4 mods online. All the mods are here.
There is
Except for we're missing 2
16
mods.
staff members on 1, 2, 3, 4. Why? 1, 2, 3, 4.
You interrupted my stream by adding me a million times.
Good.
Good. Yeah. I warned you too.
Don't make me. I'll stream this. I'll stream this meeting. Actually, that would be.
Stream it.
Just didn't anybody need?
What
help
do you
anyways?
think I'm doing?
Can you stream it and then upload it?
No, I can only stream it.
Just go on.
I'm sure there's.
recent mods.
I can do
I mean, I can record it if you want.
I want to do it.
Tippity hoppity laugh my property.
Actually, no, I can record and stream it. Let me just get
Here.
set up.
Robert W.
No,
mute
don't
your mic.
stream it because then people are gonna leave this channel and they're just gonna watch the stream.
Alright, I can just
I'll do
record it.
it.
Yeah,
Let me just get
one
OBS up.
person's enough. One person's enough. Adam S is doing it. No one else needs to, but thanks.
Yeah, let me just get OBS up real quick.
You could just record audio if you need to.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna record video for just talking. No.
Video of Discord.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Tier.
Wait. Saying.
It's a lot of people to take a screenshot of. Oh. How the fuck did you get everyone?
Just left.
There's still people. Wait, yeah, someone did fucking leave.
I'm gonna rage, dude. I'm gonna rage at the amount of people who are here.
Polar, that wasn't me, but
I was just testing my audio.
Like, okay, how many state units are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
105.
Ultra Swift, mute your mic. Mr. Lonely, mute your mic.
Okay,
Thank
so there's
you.
14 state in this channel, right? And then, wow, there's been 14 people out the Discord because of my at everyone's. Okay, there's 14 state in this channel and 54 state total.
Jack.
That's like 25%. Like, no, the math is wrong.
How did you just
I'm gonna
turn
put it off topic.
how'd you do that? Turn your like monitor sideways. Like he has an up-down monitor, doesn't he? Control minus. I don't want to press that.
Would you want me to just upload it as unlisted?
Oh. Wow.
Wait, that zooms in. Jesus Christ.
Do you want me to upload the server meeting as unlisted? And then just send the link.
That's really fucking small.
Oh, it actually does work.
Bro, did everyone watch this video that I posted in Maine about the cringe compilation? Okay, so some lady who's a feminist, she's like, here, I'm just gonna play it through my mic.
I love them
Please
feminists.
don't.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
that.
watch it after the meeting.
A lot of people are gonna leave.
Reasons why there's a gender pay gap, like women choosing to work less hours and women choosing to take time off, and the pay gap basically disappears.
It disappears. What a hypocrite, man. There's no pay gap if you just said that. Oh god. Man, some people just don't make it.
Kyle's actually streaming it. What's the point? It's live. You could just join the channel.
It's live now.
That's what she said.
Not starting the server until we get back. So we don't have any staff.
Aaron, it's time.
It's time? Okay. Let me just
Tell me when to start recording.
First responders a few more times. Department. No, I'm just gonna do it here. Law enforcement. At everyone. 10 times.
Okay, you need to do them. My phone is need to bribe her 24/7.
Who just said that? Hit your mic. Thank you.
God damn it, man. These people, I swear.
Okay, I think this is everyone you're getting. 62.
So, you guys have to go through this with me. I am so sorry, guys.
Not that many civs here.
Yeah, there's not a lot of things here.
What do you mean?
Well, there's only like, look, it's only that little bottom portion.
Well, yeah, but I think that's a big group.
Recently, the server's been packed with civs, and I only see.
Well, yeah, of course it's been packed with civs. That's because it's a public server. It doesn't mean that everybody's gonna always join the Discord.
No. I mean people I've seen before.
Bro, when there's 1,500 people in a Discord server, you expect more than 63 people to join.
Yeah.
Hey Kyle, are you Alexander the Great? Or are you just Alexander the OK?
I'm the whatever you want me to be, Wolf.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
Love you, Kyle.
So
Love you too.
And then there's like 19.
Aaron, can you make Tri-County Sheriff's Office taggable for a minute?
Yeah,
And the
sure.
CFD.
Did you count the sheriff and state members that are staff?
Oh, I never tagged that. I never tagged
Sheriff.
fire. That's
Yeah,
why
you
there's no
didn't.
fire in the channel. All right, let's do this.
This girl is on fire. Wow, that was really immature. Tom, don't do that again.
If anyone has questions, please leave them till the end. Write them down so you don't forget. So when we come to you, you're gonna be like,
I have a question real quick.
I do too.
Go watch my new video. Go comment on it. I'm going to be liking some of your pictures if you comment on it.
Yep.
Oh, Hodge is streaming, bro. You're gonna get like 2 billion followers.
Did you know that with the TD?
you can actually you only get like 60.
Guys, if you guys remember the pillow guy, he gave me my.
That's it.
I just saw the dumbest video of my life.
Thank you, Polar. I love Polar.
All the lead admins are here.
That's good.
All two.
Maybe that's the reason that they're the admins.
Me, I'm here.
This guy is
Yeah, baby. Love y'all.
Are you talking to your stream?
Love you more.
Why won't? Oh my gosh, no.
Playing desktop for 6 viewers.
Why is everybody messaging me?
Why is
I
my
bet
game
Kyle
lagging
thoughts.
so bad?
Man, what the hell? I'm gonna watch Aaron stream better.
Oh.
Are we gonna start it?
You guys didn't realize, go to the JCRP off topic for the server meeting stream.
Why would we be?
Why
in
would
the
we
server
do
meeting
that?
and
Why
go
would we
to-
do that? Shut up, I already figured that out. I just thought about that. I'm so not smart.
What did you just find out?
Versus array, check his flip. I expect nothing, I'm still let down.
Where?
Oh, Aaron.
You didn't have me.
Some people. You only have 10 people in the group chat. If anybody could add Joshua and Kyle to that group chat.
Watching Aaron's, but no one's watching. I think this is the maximum amount of people we're probably gonna get.
If someone add Kyle to this group chat.
Is this safe to open this group chat on the stream?
Nobody. No, don't. No, don't open it. Do it on a different one.
I'm too poor for that.
I told you in DMs.
Jack, what's your stream? Oh, I got it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready to record when you guys are.
Everyone. Glitch is recording.
Wait, what's your...
Alright, okay.
You record him recording you.
That works.
What's your stream?
No, we're supposed to start within 5-10 minutes of 5 p.m. So we're starting shortly.
Okay, let's start. You wanna start? Joe? You wanna start? Okay, Tom, you wanna talk about aviation? Alright, Tom, go ahead, talk about aviation.
Hang on. Alright. So everybody, aviation applications have been released. So if you guys look in announcements, you can apply. If you want to have a chance at getting in, make sure your application is detailed, because I do look at everybody's applications and I choose the best ones. If you get accepted, most most likely either be an interview or you'll just go ahead straight to training, depending on the month. But yeah, without aviation certification, you cannot fly any aircraft. And if you do become aviation certified, there is sort of like a ranking system, I guess you could say. But the more you fly, the more times I see you or other people see you, if they recommend you, you can fly better aircraft. And yeah, so I recommend you guys all have aviation certification. Oh yeah, and then another thing is you can also apply for rotary certification if you're already aviation certified. Right. Was that all?
Oh. We're moving on to the next topic. Just one sec. We have a group chat now.
Alright, I'm streaming. Do you want me to like shut the stream down or something for this?
Yeah, sure.
Soviet Vape Master, mute your mic.
My mic is probably low.
We did take attendance, so it won't go unnoticed that you did attend. And to those who didn't, the same can be said.
Okay. I'll say a few words about LEO. And chill. Alright, if you're gonna sign up for LEO, make sure you're gonna actually be active. Don't sign up for LEO and become like a probationary or cadet and then not go on duty at all. It's really annoying when most of my department's numbers is made out of inactive LEO that doesn't even go on, and I've never seen before. So if you're gonna, I'm talking to the civs in here, and to anyone's friends who join LEO, if you actually become LEO and you can't go on as much, at least drop tags. Don't just wait until we have to drop you, because it's really annoying. That's all I gotta say for now.
Aaron.
Yes.
Sorry for the wait, we just saw some
You want me
stuff
to
out.
talk about it?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Give me a second. I didn't mean that. So, on the topic of failure P, everybody knows that we've have had it daily, on and off, and it's the administration's job to prevent that from happening and make sure you guys have a good RP experience, which not only the civilians one, but the LEO one as well, the law enforcement officers. And we can't get that unless all of us cooperate together, because the only way of doing that is doing legitimate role play realistically, because whether it's in LS, Paleto Bay, or Blaine County, there's always something that's going to come up that is regarding to fail RP, or that in someone's opinion is regarding to fail RP. And really the main thing is I'm trying to say is that you guys gotta I'm not saying that it's your people's fault that the fail RP is happening. I'm saying that we as a group need to work together to make sure that not only what we're doing is realistic, but what other players are doing is realistic too. And sure, just saying this may not always be the best of help, but it's always good as reminding you guys that that we need to work together on this to make sure that fail RP doesn't always happen all the time. We get supercars that come through from Paleto to LS and between that area. Now I understand supercars, sports cars, and LS is that's understandable. But when it's a group of people and that is their dedicated RP to do burnouts, drifts, get up right on LEO's tails, get as close as they can, or just speed down right in front of it. I mean, law enforcement officers in this game just know at this point that other people are cop baiting and fail RPing in front of them. It's obvious of their intentions, and sometimes you wonder why didn't that law enforcement officer pull me over? Well, that's because it's just a common thing to see, and that person has had it at that point that he doesn't want to even respond because he knows it's going to lead to something that could be serious. And by serious, I mean a pursuit or a shooting, and it's unnecessary because every time we have a shooting, it usually leads to a lot of law enforcement officers' death or the others. Nevertheless, it leads to someone's death, and it's such a common RP that it gets old, and the predictions are, it's common. They just know. Anyways, that's what I have to say on the topic of fail RP and role playing. I'll leave it up to anyone else that wants to talk. So give it a pause for a moment. The staff team will figure out what they want to talk about next.
Sorry for the short wait, we're just trying to sort something out.
I'm going to live stream again.
Okay, as some of you may have known, we've had increase in trolls recently. Had huge amount of people coming in servers, spawning in UFOs, etc. Now, obviously, this has been stopping a roleplay going on, interfering with stuff. People have been crashing, FPS drops, all sort. We're doing our best to stop it. We're trying to stop all the problems, and we're doing our best to stop all trolls. And we just need you guys to help us and let us know when this stuff's happening, who's doing it, if you have any suspicions, and yeah.
Cole, mute your mic.
Sorry about that. There's been some last minute changes, which is just delaying the meeting shortly. We'll just sorry for the wait. Just be done quickly. Aaron.
Chase, I remember what you said at your meeting about how if you're a cop, do what you would. If you're on duty as a cop, then and you don't like a role play that a civilian is doing, don't do the same thing when you're on duty as a civilian. Remember when you talked that at the sheriff meeting, Chase?
Yeah.
Repeat like all that what you said. Not everybody was there.
Also, just a quick note to add on. Just want to remind you all to use proper channels for their actual use. Remember channel categories, what they fall under, the description of them, like off topic is off topic. You don't put off topic stuff in main. JCRP pictures is not for a conversation about how your day was the other day or how you were at the park. It's about pictures. You post pictures. That's it. And just remember, only use channels what they're meant to be used for.
All right. So basically, what I said at the meeting was people can't force you to do RPs that you don't want to be part of. Let's say someone's trying to force you to be a hostage in a bank situation. You don't have to do that necessarily. Hold on, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice.
Oh my gosh.
You sound like you're crying.
It's okay, Chase. We're all here for you.
You don't have to. No, Judge, shut up.
Yes. Okay, good.
Yep, you're good.
Chase, do you need me to see it? To say it or what?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so basically what Chase said at our TCSO meeting was, we get, as all of us officers, we get often pissed off when there are many shootings or pursuits or whatever stupid scenarios. What he said was, if you're on a civ, don't do these scenarios. Think about it. If it's gonna piss you off, please don't do it. That was basically it.
Oh, I thought that he was on phone.
No, I'm on my computer.
No, not you, Johan.
Alright.
I am on my phone.
Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
Yo, keep the small talk minimum here. Alright, so what I'm going to talk about real quick is before I talk about fail RP and other stuff on the server, anybody who's not in the CAD, any civilians or cops, get in the CAD. If you don't know if you need help or you're having trouble or you tried to request access and you couldn't get in or whatever, let me know and I can help you do that. But anybody who's not in the CAD, get in the CAD. Register your characters. You build, you can build criminal history if you do illegal stuff. You can register vehicles and firearms to your characters, all kinds of stuff. Just check it out on the website or in the channel here, in the Discord, up in the text channels. And join the website if you're not on the website. Post on the message boards. Keep them more active. Post about your RPs or other stuff that happens on the server. Interesting stuff. Keep it active.
Sorry, what geographic aspects coming to mind when flying an aircraft?
Now I'm just gonna talk about fail RP and roleplay on the server for a little bit. Basically, in general, we need the roleplay on the server to be just better and more creative and better variety of roleplay, because we all see the same stuff over and over, see the same kind of RPs, and most scenarios conclude in the same way. It kind of
Sorry, chat. If there's anyone in chat right now, I cannot see it because my stuff is off right now.
There's got to be a little less. I mean, we have high priorities up and down. They're like on every block, and it gets out of control sometimes. And a lot of time the high priorities, the scenarios, they just turn into messes, and it's just people get pissed off. People think this dude fail RP'd or the cops didn't handle this right. It just gets ridiculous. So when you guys do high priority scenarios and stuff like that, and you do those kind of role plays, you gotta make them count. You gotta put a little planning into it. Have a little bit of a game plan for you and your guys or whatever you're doing, and know how you're gonna react with the cops, and just don't end it in a ridiculous chase and a stupid shootout where everybody's dead. Make it count. Make sure so the cops and everybody who got involved had fun, because you're taking up you're requiring a lot of police attention, and well, you guys are all players, all you cops. So if you're on a civ and you have cops coming to your high priority, don't just you see a cop shoot a cop. Have some interaction with them. Make sure they have fun in the scenario. That's not saying you can't be killing people. It can be fun to die in a scenario, but it's there's ways of doing things and there's ways not to do things. You guys know what I'm talking about. So when you do your high priorities, make them count. Make them more creative. Come up with a variety of stuff, not derivative stuff. Like do some kind of scenario someone hasn't done before, or hardly ever does, or you haven't seen happen. Have more substance in it. Don't just say we're gonna do a high priority. Let's go rob Fleeka. Do something more creative than that. We're sick of seeing the Fleeka bank robbed. In general, civilians, you guys gotta be. I think you guys gotta be more chill with your role play. Civilians are so hostile, especially with each other and with cops. Everybody shoots each other over everything. Everybody pulls their guns out over whatever, or their baseball bat or their knife or whatever they got. It's like everything's like a violent confrontation. You just gotta be more chill with each other, man. People get along better, and there'll be less people dying left and right or showing up in the death stream. It's ridiculous. When you get in a car accident, role play it out. Don't turn into two assholes and then you gotta get into a fight or whatever. Just be a little more cool with each other in the role play. It's more fun to have someone come to your role play and have an interesting interaction or something weird or funny happen or some crazy thing happen than to just have them show up and kill them within 2 or 3 minutes of them being there. Yeah, so it's not the Wild West. It's not a war zone. Don't treat it like that. Now I'm going to talk about guns. Everybody's got a gun. I don't care. That's fine. And everybody has to have a gun, but that's fine if they do. I don't care how you role play or what your role play is. You guys got to role play taking your weapons out. I'm sick of seeing shotguns and assault rifles and big SMGs and machine guns just coming out of nowhere. I mean, stuff happens fast, like really fast in scenarios. Things are going down. You got to react quickly. Understand. I mean, you got to be ready to type that command in /do grab shotgun or have it at a keybind. I don't care. But that's in order to pull out a big gun, you have to make that little sacrifice of time to type in that command. In order to shed more lead than you could with a pistol or a little machine pistol.
Sorry, how do you spell damage?
All the time. Damage. If everybody does it, then there won't be some guy getting the jump on you because he didn't. Just everybody do it. Be legit with your gun use. Don't carry every gun in the weapon wheel or 10 different guns. Carry as many guns as you carry on your guy if you want to carry a bunch of guns. But just be legit with it. Don't have a trunk full of guns for no reason. Don't be in a supercar with a machine gun in the trunk. That's ridiculous. I mean, who the hell are you? So, yeah, be more realistic with using guns, and don't be so quick to use them on each other or pull them out.
Sorry.
Gang members, gang bangers, and guys like that, they might do that. I don't want to see a guy with a suit and tie hopping out of his Audi and pulling his Glock out with a bad attitude. It's dumb. Yeah, cars, sports cars, high-end vehicles. There's way too many of them all the time. It's like, I don't know, everybody's the richest guy in town.
There shouldn't be high-end cars like Sandy.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no rule against it, but it's more realistic, if there wasn't a whole bunch.
Yeah, even though there's no supercars around a lot in Blaine County, there's plenty of really nice cars that are not supercars that still really don't have any business being in Sandy Shores or Grapeseed. Paleto Bay's a little different. It's got, paved sidewalks and, buildings made out of brick and stuff. And it's not dilapidated, but don't be, if you want to go role play in Sandy, have a character that has any business being there or that might live there or nearby or something. Don't just be the guy with the coquette from Los Santos and you're in town to do donuts and burnouts and stuff. Don't be driving around aimlessly.
I love Joe.
Have a goal. Have something your character's trying to do. Sometimes it's fun to be a... Yeah, what's that?
May I add on to that for 1 second?
Okay.
Like, you already have a scenario idea. Don't be that guy with high-end cars, or be a guy that loves driving classic cars or something like that. Like, it could be that simple to make a fun scenario that not involves any high priority.
Yeah, absolutely. high priorities. There's only so many different things you can do that are high priority. The majority things you can come up with to roleplay, the scenarios you can act out are not going to be high priorities. I mean, there's just there's like a limitless number of them. You just gotta use your imagination a little bit. It's all kinds of cool stuff. I've done all kinds of stupid cool stuff when I was newer on the server, and I didn't want to do anything crazy because I was afraid I didn't know what to do, or I was afraid I'd get in trouble. I had all kinds of like mundane and low key stuff, and it was so much fun. I had so many goofy things happen, and weird people stop by and chill out with me. They did. You can have a really good time when you're not in the middle of some cinematic shootout or pursuit. Not to say that those things are not fun. So yeah, like Johan said,
Why do you want to be an Abrasion?
be more be civilians, not always criminals or civilians that turn into criminals, which is another thing I see. People roleplay as civilians, and after a matter of time, I don't know, they get bored or whatever, and they just start doing stupid stuff that only a crazy criminal would do. So try to refrain from doing that. I mean, if you're getting sick of your RP or you're getting antsy, switch up your RP, switch a different character, and get out your aggression, whatever you need to do. Get it out of your system. So, but yeah, I was talking about cars. Yeah, all these fast cars and ridiculous cars. Los Santos, that's cool. Not everybody's gonna be driving them, but if you do drive them, treat them nice. All I see is like sports car or not sports, luxury vehicles, exotic vehicles that are be like half a dozen of in the world, and they're just flying down the road at 100 miles an hour, and they hit stop signs and stoplights and hydrants, and it's just like, oops, I'm out of here, oops, they just act like nothing happened, or they drive over the median into oncoming lanes, and they, make a right-hand turn from the left-hand lane into the oncoming traffic. It's just ridiculous. Just slow down a little bit. Be, just roleplay like you got a purpose. Just don't go into GTA Online mode when you're, on your way from point A to point B and not many people are around. Who knows what might happen, man? I've been stopped at a stoplight waiting for this stupid thing for a minute, and like some, incident happens with the police up ahead that I get to watch. Who knows? Just be more realistic with how you drive around Los Santos and everywhere. Just because you're in the desert in Sandy or somewhere in the Grand Snow Desert doesn't mean it's, the Wild West, like I said. There's still cops out there, and you should roleplay like there are. And when you're, when you're in Sandy or in your place, and you're driving a not exotic vehicle or something, don't just smash all upgrades on that thing and have custom tires and all this, and all your EMS and transmission upgrades. Like, if you're gonna drive a crappy car, drive a crappy car. If you're gonna drive a rusty car, don't have all the engine upgrades on it. Doesn't make sense unless that's like, you're a guy that does that sort of thing. So the only other thing I really wanted to talk about was, who are all these people leaving? Don't worry about that. Well, that's all I can think of right now. If somebody else wants to talk, get involved in CivOps. If you're apply for other people's civilian operations. When they put these things up, they need people to join so they can get their thing going. Hook up with them, get RPs going, do the tow truck or the security guys or whatever else you see, or there's gangs, or start up your own if you want to. It's totally cool. Los Angeles Transit or whatever. Those guys are pretty active. Get involved with those things.
I'm sorry, but I have something to say. Like, I've started my businesses as well. With that, I really like my businesses go down. Reason being is because no one ever joins them, and they just get left alone because everybody wants to do criminal stuff. And join criminal enterprises. That gives you more criminal stuff that's organized.
Yeah, that's right. People need other people to join their CivOps for them to prosper. So like, get involved with them. If it's something, if you want to get in security, yeah, you can set up your own security CivOp, but there already is like a couple of them, man. Only so many can survive for so long. We got Group 6 and Paragon and a few others I forget. We can't have a bunch of companies doing the same thing. It's just not that many people to fill up all those companies or whatever. And yeah, if you want to do gang stuff, like, you can join the Ballas or me and Wolfgang's new gang, or some of the mafias that have popped up here and there, and you know, ideally those guys are gonna have more structure and substance to their role plays. They're not just saying let's throw on suits and be gang members and carry Tommy guns. You know, they actually have something they're trying to do. When we're rolling with our mafia, we keep a track how much money we got and all this stupid stuff like that, so we can, you know, so we're not just flying by the seat of our pants and saying we've got enough money to buy whatever we need. You know, we keep track of that stuff to make it more interesting and
Can I speak on
ourselves
that, Joe?
goals to go for. Yes, okay.
Yeah, we do have our own mafia. We have our own actual mafia Discord. We keep track of our targeted hits. We keep track of everything, just like they would in real life. We talk in there. We have our own chat in there. We have our meetings. A couple of us have been LOA, so we haven't really been that active the last couple of weeks. But when we are active, we keep track of everything. There's nothing that we don't keep track of. If we want to buy a property, we gotta make sure we have enough money in the bank to buy a property. If we want to get a new car, we gotta make sure we have enough money in the bank to get a new car. If we crack a car up, we don't just go and repair it and reuse it. If it's total, it's total, and then we need to wait until we sell some stuff or do whatever to get our money back to go and RP that we buy it. And even when we not go to the store or go to the what's it called, the auto shop to buy it, we may just deduct 40 or 50,000 out of our bank and get a new car that way. So there's so much more to do with RPs. Like, they don't have to be these quick 3-minute, 5-10-minute RPs. Our RPs been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks.
Yeah, that's why the CAD helps, because you're putting your character in there, and you're gonna value your character a little more because you've got them saved, and you're building up a little bit of history with them as you role play. So you should get involved in the CAD, and it kind of helps put more substance into your role play and more structure to it. Another quick thing. Oh shoot, I forgot.
Joe, may I add something onto there as well?
Who?
It's
quickly.
Yeah. So like like mostly like people like a lot of security, like Joe said, and there's many opportunities that you guys can do. Like me, I'm starting a repo company. Not every time that we carry a gun, but still, you guys. Excuse me. It's not every time you guys should shoot at the tow driver just because they're checking your VIN. It's like not everyone has a gun, like Joe said, and all the other admins. It's basically just going up, checking the VIN, leaving. It's not like, oh yeah, let's shoot them and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's like I said. Don't be pulling your guns out and shooting each other over stupid stuff. Don't escalate situations needlessly. I mean, if somebody commits a crime against you and like hops in your car and steals it, almost every single person turns around and just unloads on that fucking car as they drive away. Like, people aren't gonna. Some people might do that, but people usually are not gonna do that because they don't want to kill somebody, you know, unless they absolutely have to, you know, unless you're a crazy person or you're into that sort of thing. So yeah, and so if these guys are doing repo, or you see a store clerk at 24/7 or whatever, you know, they're not just a victim; they're a target for you to go after, or a victim. You know, not role playing as potential victim; they're role playing as 24/7 clerk because they want to run 24/7 for a little while. They don't be dead in the first 5 minutes of the role play.
I just love Joe because he like
one of the
lets
problems we've been having is
everything out and one's fake.
Particularly the last couple of days down on Grove Street. We got the ball.
This is how my headphones are,
The
guys.
ball is registered. The Astonishers got, and they've been.
It's actually my headphones for some reason. I don't know why they're that loud. They don't need to be that loud, so.
I don't know what they do down there because I'm not a balla, but we get a lot of random civs and other civs, you know, just regular civs. They just go down there because they know they're down there and they know it's a gang with guns and they can go screw with them and get into a shootout or whatever. Just go roll through there, block, and hassle them and see what happens. Like, don't just go, like, you know, insert yourself into RPs or interfere in RPs for the hell of it. You know, if you want to go get in on some kind of RP that's going on, have a reason to go over there, like some, you know, in some natural way. Don't just go to where you know people are just so you can be around people and hope to, like, bump into somebody for roleplay. You know, that's one of the other problems we have is people just drive around LS, and I see in chat, I can't find anybody. Where is everybody? Where's
bottom left corner?
Well, no. They know it's in LS, but they're driving around LS, and they can't find anybody.
Well, yeah, I guess.
No, hold on. Let me keep going. They just keep driving around, hoping to run into people. That's not how it works. You gotta go about your own roleplay, do your own thing, and you will, you know, encounter people regular paparazzi guy where I watch for, you know, police cars going by with their lights, and I go to the scene and I take my stupid video and I act like an idiot for a few minutes and I get out of there, you know. So you gotta be more organic with how your role plays, you know, continue along and stuff. Don't just interfere with scenes just to be there. And particularly, you know,
Holy shit,
more
1, 2,
specifically
3,
interfering with
4,
role plays,
5,
you know,
6,
traffic
7,
stops,
8,
police
9, 10,
situations, you
11,
already
12,
know, but I'll say it, don't interfere with that stuff.
13,
If you see traffic stop, it's not there for you to go pull up and honk your horn and do
14,
burnouts or
15,
whatever.
16,
Let them finish their
17,
traffic
18,
stop so they
19,
can
20,
wrap up and
21,
then they
22,
can
23,
come respond to you
25,
or whatever you're
26,
doing. Or if it's some big scene at
29,
24/7 or gas
30,
station
31,
or wherever the hell ever,
33, 34,
you
35,
don't need the
36,
whole server to start
37,
showing up and crowding
38,
around.
39,
It just
40,
makes it
41,
take
42,
longer.
43,
There's more
44,
bodies for the cops
45,
to worry
46,
about. Like who's, you know, which one of these guys is going to start
37,
shooting us
48,
for no
49,
reason.
30, 31,
Just
32,
let
33,
situations play out. If you're not involved, you know, watch from afar if you want to.
34,
But don't go
45,
crowd around
46,
and stuff.
47, 48,
Do your
49.
own thing so the cops can wrap up and respond to other people. And
44
with high
people in this fucking lobby.
priorities, like
Holy
I said,
shit.
don't drag them on and drag them on. You got
I
all the
mean, in
cops'
this
attention,
server.
and nobody else can get any police to respond. They're putting in calls and complaining that nobody's coming. It's because there's high priority, you know, pursuit going on. That takes like 15 minutes. You got to know when to wrap it up sometimes. I know it's really fun to have all the cops on you and be kind of the star for a few minutes, but you got to know when to, you know, call it quits and to turn yourself in or throw your hands up or run it off a cliff or whatever. That's all I can think of right now. Be more chill with your role plays. More legit, realistic, creative. Be more original. Use your imaginations. I want to see stuff that I don't see every day. I see the same stuff over and over. I'm sick of it. We're all sick of it. I'm sick of high priorities left and right.
That's true. We do see everything every single day. Like we see it. We see it. Almost the same fucking thing every
I was
day.
gonna mention when you were talking about the locations and whatnot. Yeah, you're right. The majority of everybody knows where the RP is, in the bottom left corner. Or I guess I was just thinking about when people ask where the RP area is, and you know, we have to say, "Oh my gosh," you know, we put in chat, bottom left screen. Look, it's it says right there. Just stuff like that. I know I was gonna go around with something. Go on with something. Other things like when there's a crime that is committed or a traffic violation was committed near around the PD, and it's obvious that the police see that. I mean, I wouldn't always say that's considered cop bait. Maybe it was an accident, whatever happened in front, but it's just like annoying because not only do the cops have to deal with, you know, situations that get them all stressed up and aggravated all the time, which not every time, but sometimes, and then they've got this happening in front of the Mission Road PD, Blaine County, or the Paleto, but it just points out the obvious that no one's putting in effort. That, you know, the fact that they're having to do their RPs relating to crime or breaking a law, you know, like a driving
Versus the red chocolate is
traffic
brown.
violation in
I
front of
expect
the PD
nothing, but I still let down.
is like blurts out like, what the hell are you doing? Especially like on Alhambra, right in front of the PD there, because you see people riding their bikes down, going zooming past, and they're having to deal with something else, or they're busy with their own thing. You know, it's not embarrassing for the police department. It's embarrassing for the people that are doing that, because it's just stupid. That's how I can put it. And that's all I have to say about that.
I got two other things to say real quick about for everybody that's a cop. You already know this, but for those who aren't,
revealing what we've been doing in the backyard for the past 3
weeks. They have a number of different sub-departments. They have like anti-crime or crime investigations unit. So it's really great if you're doing some kind of criminal role play. If it's more of an ongoing criminal role play where you're, you know, going to different locations and doing different deals and trying to put some sort of, I don't know, caper together or something where anti-crime or whoever it is can like catch wind of it, you know, tail you or track you or try to get a undercover guy in to infiltrate or whatever. It's so when those guys are on, like, kind of take note of it. It's kind of, and you know, come up with some RPs that they can get involved in. So, because they're not, you know, pulling people over like normal. They can't, I don't think. And also the fire department, when they're on, do stuff for the fire department. They're always just stuck driving ambulances around. I don't know what it's like, but it's probably might get boring. They do rescues. They do all kinds of stuff. I mean, Google if you don't know what the kind of stuff fire departments respond to. Come up with stuff for them. You're hanging out the edge of a cliff, or you're stuck. I don't know. Come on. I've seen a video of Aaron where he went and got directions from some cops, and he went up to the river or the dam, and he got his vehicle in the river, and he had cops and firefighters down there with a boat and all this stuff trying to get him out. Like, that's the kind of cool stuff we want to see for like firefighters or police to come respond to, where it's an ongoing deal. They got to come up with some creative solution to get you out of trouble or whatever's going on, and everybody lives, everybody goes away happy. So do stuff for the fire department.
Please do.
Is any other staff waiting to speak?
Being a super diamond. I know Joe touched on this, but you gotta ask yourself in real life: have you ever been to a neighborhood where if you drive that car through that street, you probably get rocks thrown at your car? So it's not really the best idea to start rolling around in a type of car like that.
Yeah, drive realistic vehicles for your characters. Don't do whatever's that doesn't make sense for your character. Don't drive a vehicle that doesn't make sense. Don't carry guns that don't make sense. Don't carry a gun at all if it doesn't make sense. Yeah, like you said, we've seen these Bloods coming onto Grove Street and they're eating super diamonds and supercars and other ridiculous stuff. It's like, give me a break. I can't imagine what the ballers think when they see that around the corner. It's like, oh, here we go, another one of these clowns.
I just thought of something else.
That's not what we want. Okay, go ahead.
I've seen a lot of people who are like trying to play as ballas, but they are just in a purple car, like mine, doing their own thing, but they're not in the ballas. There's applications. I know sometimes it's not most people in here. It's more people who come from other servers or randomly join. But I mean, if you do see someone doing it, don't tell them off for doing it. Tell them to play our Discord. Tell them to apply for the ballas.
Should be good here for the rest of the game.
Who knows,
We
maybe
can
they
ride it out.
have a new role play. Someone to role play with another server.
Why are people always busting my balls?
Try not to go.
Because the money you spent on skins should have been spent on not dying in the first few minutes of the game.
Don't
Dick.
take matters into your own
We should
hands.
wall ourselves in.
Good idea.
No, don't drink
Is that shield juice? Is it?
No, that is jizz.
Alright. We made it to the center. We should be good here.
Beans, that's our chance. Talking. Take all your pants.
Not just everybody goes in our Discord server. That makes it feel more like a community. Or just a FIVEM server. Or a Discord server that's should keep that in mind.
Be in the Discord when you're role playing. I mean, if something's going on with your role play or someone reports you, God forbid, well, we can come talk to you in the channel and resolve it that way instead of having to go back and forth on the server and talk out of character and have people we can all communicate. Well, I was just gonna add on there. Yeah, if you're in the channels, we can all get together. We can communicate, hop in channels. There's probably so many people in this Discord never even talked to before, never even heard of, that I could be getting in cool role plays with. So if you guys are in
Deji,
this
it's
channel,
July
we can, like, hook up
1st.
with you
I'm gonna post this like
get role
August
plays
1st,
together,
just to show
scenarios,
you how
get
far
up,
behind you
play
are
other
with your
things
skills.
together. Yeah, simple as that. Community.
Don't be afraid to like just be in a random channel and talk to people. Like I said, like get to know people. If you see some cops or firemen or whatever just chilling and they have a channel that's not our field, go in there and get to know them. Get to know other civs. That way, like they said, we build RPs together. We can all start playing together. And there's no BS on the server.
Deji, it's July 1st. I'm gonna post this like August 1st, just to show you how far behind you are.
I got some. Alright. I'm gonna say something about admin chain of command. If you need something, oh, voice crack. If you need something, don't shut the fuck up, Chance. If you need something, don't go straight to the top, because it's really annoying because people join the Discord and they see the highest admin, which is usually me, because you can't really DM the directorate, and they DM me about the most randomest stuff. Like, oh, how much does the CAD cost?
Yeah, let me. Yeah.
Can you train me for
I have
fire?
an example, right? So I literally sometimes I open my DMs to like have someone quickly message me if they want to send me something. So I open them and then close them. And sometimes I forget to close them. So the other day I forgot to close them. I had two people message me. One of them asked me how to log into them or how to sign up for the cabin. Had this question. Another one said, how do you apply for one?
Adding on to that, it's like the same thing. There's always people in need lead admin for that sort of issue that like almost anyone. You could ask in main and someone would be able to tell you. Just remember that not everything needs lead admin or even staff members. Yeah. Some stuff members can tell you.
Guys, if you need tags, voice crack again. If you need tags, don't tag like a head admin. There's other admins you can tag or ask.
Can I say something?
Also,
yeah.
So if you hit a car hard as heck, don't just get back in your bike and just leave. Like, that's completely filler piece. So like yesterday, a bike just crashed right into me, hit a car, and he gets back on his bike and says, and he's literally talking while flying, and he says, "Oh, that was just a lag." Don't just try and use lag for an explanation to get out of something. Thank you.
I just got a DM basically about high voices. What I think they mean here is like, don't mic spam. You don't need to screech, and I get it. Some people don't have as deep of voices. Some people might have like shallower voices and all that good stuff. But you don't have to mic spam. If your voice is a little bit squeakier, don't scream into the mic.
If you're an RTO, don't scream or don't scream 1099. That's really annoying.
That means you.
One second. Yazi, can you just try to explain what you're saying? Yazi.
Alright, so basically, the other day, I was in an RP situation and I saw someone that had a higher voice, and eventually they had a situation where basically someone told them to go enjoy their pussy or some shit. And you really shouldn't be pushed out of an RP situation just for having a higher voice in real life. You can't really magically change your voice to join specific RP situations. I just kind of wanted to make that clear because some people do want to enjoy certain situations, that
We're
way.
going at this for an hour.
And
This
kinda hard.
server just now.
Okay, yes, that kind of goes to be respectful to everybody. Be respectful to other members. Don't be mean to people and don't insult them if you think they did something wrong or fail RP'd. Handle things reasonably. Be chill with people. Be respectful. You know, you don't have to like somebody, but just you have to have respect for them.
That's how younger members that just join the community get pushed away and leave. Like a really nice kid joins the server. They might have a squeaky voice and all, but they're a really nice person. But sometimes people on here are dickheads and they like to make fun of them because of the way they sound. That pushes people like that away. Like, they might have squeaky voices, but in reality, they're really nice people. It doesn't matter how they sound. Shouldn't be a dick to them because of that.
Yeah.
Can I say something?
Yeah, don't judge, don't discriminate, guys.
Yeah,
Give everybody a chance.
Ducky is the most chill.
Like, no.
Just an example.
Yeah, what we're pretty much trying to do, don't just because they have a lower voice, doesn't mean they're young or they're old. We're pretty much trying to get our name out there. We're not trying to keep our name inside. We're trying to get it outside, so people know where to come as a community.
Yeah, be respectful.
Okay, whoever's gonna watch this after stream, make sure you please don't laugh at me. I know I'm saying stupid words, but still, don't laugh at me, man. You're gonna hurt my feelings.
10, 15 maybe. I don't know. Should apply for law enforcement. Because they're just improved the role. When there is more law enforcement on the server, you might think it's boring and you just do traffic stops all day, but it's actually improves the role. Instead of just civilian RP, you have cop RP and you interact with more people, because as a civilian, you don't respond to a car crash, you don't respond to a shooting, or you don't respond to domestic violence. So, I mean, if you want more in-depth RP, I'd say apply for law enforcement plus. It helps the server out, because when there's only 3 cops on duty, an RTO, and a later hour, then, I mean, the server's kind of chaos, because there's maybe 1 or 2 admins on, a few cops on, and if we have more law enforcement, that fixes the problem. So, yeah.
Hey, could I touch on something real quick?
Yep.
When you're in RP, don't magically act like you know what's going on when people report something to the police. That's metagaming to my knowledge. You shouldn't act like you know every single police call that's going on. I've seen it in RP a lot. I've been hanging out with people, all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, the police just got a call saying that so-and-so is doing this, and there was a shootout over there, and they didn't hear the shootout, they didn't get contact about the shootout. They shouldn't magically know what's going on in all parts of the city just because someone reported it to the police. You should act like you need to figure it out. Like, you shouldn't magically know. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. That's metagaming. That's true. Yeah, don't do that. Don't just say, "Oh, my police scanner picked up the." Come on, not everybody's got a police scanner.
Yeah, like I was saying, the other day I was just playing with someone and they magically knew there was a shootout on the other side of the map, and I didn't want to know that. Like, I had to all of a sudden know that happened because someone else RP'd it. That wasn't fun for me. So.
Another thing, I said apply for law enforcement. Fire, you can apply for that too. If you're law enforcement, you don't need to apply for fire, you just need to get your interview. So, if you're interested in that, doing that type of roleplay also, you can do that. You can be in fire and law enforcement at the same time. After this meeting, if anybody wants to join fire, just go all you have to do is get your interview and get trained. Law enforcement, you don't need to apply. Keep that in mind. So, yeah. Does any law enforcement or staff have anything to say? Please don't repeat what is said.
Oh, for state real quick. I don't know if any of the states are in here. Adam, I know there's like not a lot of state getting on, so please state get on. I have not been active myself actually because I'm getting ready for school, but try to get on more, guys, please.
That will be brought up more in the state meeting.
I'd like to say something about a civil thing. So if you guys are interested in some structured roleplay, there is a civilian group. We're called the EMG13, and their application will be in the civs Discord. So be sure to join the civs Discord, and you'll see it under the application area.
There's lots of different civ ops in there, not just ours, but that one is in there.
Basically.
Well, I don't want to we're not here to advertise our civ ops.
Yeah,
There's lots of different civ ops in there. You can start your own, like I said.
We'll be posting applications in there, so if you're looking to join any of the civ operations, that's the place to go. Is there a link for the Discord somewhere?
I want to say something real quick. People are not target practice, so stop shooting each other like it's just fucking chickens or you're going hunting for birds or some shit. Stop killing cops because they fucking sneezed on your dog or some stupid shit, okay?
Other times, such as, I mean, there's a touchy subject because I've already heard people argue against it. But when people just go down into Grove Street, maybe they want to make a U-turn out of that end cap area, and the ball is down there or whoever, and they immediately think, oh my gosh, this guy's in our territory. We gotta fucking kill him right off the bat. And that's it. No excuses, no reasons, no nothing. They just gotta kill him. All right.
Yeah.
No.
Real life.
It sickens me, and that's their intentions every single time someone goes down there, because they're not gonna always be a threat. You don't assume that they're gonna be a threat to you.
In real life, gangs, the real life, so what happens in FIVEM, it's not an accurate representation at all of what happens with gangs in real life. Because in real life, if you're walking down a gang street, they're not going to point a gun at you and threaten you if you don't leave. They might tell you to leave if you say, no, I'm not going to leave, and they might show you their gun. They're not just going to shoot you in the head for being on their street. Gangs in real life, they don't want to deal with police. They don't want to deal with law enforcement. They just want to be the most powerful ones and have their own territory, okay? So that involves selling weapons, selling drugs, doing business with other gangs, mafias, doing that kind of stuff. Not just doing donuts on Grove Street and shooting anybody who comes there. If you're always at Grove Street, how are you going to make money? How are you gonna gain power over the Grove Street and that whole area?
May I add on to that, Aaron?
Yeah.
Like saying that, like, because my dad's an actual police officer, not everyone is gonna have a gun. I drove down to Grove Street, and people have ARs wrapped onto them and stuff like that. One person was on top of the roof scoping me, and that's not how it works in real life. This isn't Arma.
Gang members in the game act like SEAL Team 6.
Exactly.
You're not gonna be on roofs with AR-15s pointed at somebody. You're gonna have pistols and an Uzi. Okay, a gang in real life, they don't have 10 AR-15s. They have pistols, Uzis, and
shotguns.
They don't have sports cars that are worth $200,000. They have like
if I could just add to this real quick. I mean, I don't know. I think it was me and Ivan. We went down to Grove Street for a shots fired call, and we investigated it. We not being aggressive or anything like that. And we leave. It's all done. We come back like 2 seconds later. It's the same people. We get another call about shots fired. We walk down. They do the same thing. But this time they're all armed with like FAMASes and like ARs, and these are like Mark II weapons as well, so like fully automatic, and they've all got like full-on low riders, like fully customized, hydraulics to the max, everything, all parked up, and it turns into a full-on gang war against 2 cops that are just responding to a shots fired call with no intention.
In real life. If you're a smart gang in real life, and I'd assume the balls are
My
smart
mind,
because they're
oh
pretty well
god.
known in Los Santos, so I'd assume yeah they are.
What do you
Why are they just
figure out what
two officers? Because once you
do
open
you
fire on 2 officers, there's gonna be hundreds of officers that start coming. So just because there's only 5 people on RTO, you have to have that mentality of what would happen in real life if I did this.
What do you have that other applications do not?
I'll say something. There's only one police force I know of in the world where they're spread out so thin where cops can't really respond if they get shot, and they don't really get shot. It's the Alaska State Troopers, because they only got like 400 state troopers. LA wouldn't be like that, especially a place in gang areas. You'd have hundreds of cops. You'd have the SWAT team on standby if it was constantly like the way it is in a server sometimes.
Yeah, and if it is like that, we're not even gonna roleplay with you, because it's not. If you're not putting an effort to roleplay and do everything realistically, why should the cops? Why should the cops try to come and negotiate with you and talk to you when you're just gonna have 10 guys with AR-15s just standing around threatening the cops? That thought
Even some gangs, like street gangs, who might be driving Honda Civics and Del Sols and like that. Just to let you guys know that.
Yeah. Look at me and Wolfgang's gang. Our SOP, we have shitty weapons, shitty cars, right? That's how you should have it if you're a street gang, and that goes and this goes for all criminals. Yeah, criminal does not equal cop killer or serial murderer. Okay, not every criminal needs to kill indiscriminately or just kill people with no regard and they don't give a shit. Okay, if you're gonna be a criminal, be a realistic criminal. If you're gonna go rob places or pickpocket people, do that. Don't kill a cop as soon as you get confronted by the police.
Yeah, another thing. If you're a criminal, if you commit a crime, like a serious crime, I've seen people in the server, they shoot their weapon, right? They shoot their weapon at somebody. They drive away, and they literally come back just to have more. If you're a criminal and you shoot at somebody in real life, you're gone. You're running way far. You're not gonna come back to the scene when there's 10 officers there just standing around, asking around what happened. You're gonna be gone out of there, and it just adds on to IRL. So what would you do in real life? But like I said, keep it realistic. Enough that topic. Anyone else do it?
Also, cops, like, not every time that they have to go into pursuits. Like, I'm speaking over, like, high command and stuff like that, all due respect, like, with, like, mafias and stuff, we still like to respond to, like, yeah, we need assistance with, like, this car show, and we want the road blocked off. We want to respond to domestics and, like, people fighting about, like, yard and trespassing and stuff like that. We want to respond to that, like, cars revving too loud and stuff like that.
Alright, let me say something that was more relevant to FTOs in the department. You're an FTO because you want to train people, you wouldn't know people. If there's somebody waiting for training, the priority is to go train them, not go through roadblocks. You're an FTO, not a FTO, half not FTO, okay? If you have something to do in real life, I get it. If you have something to do, if you're in a scene in the server, I get it. But if you're like, on duty, you're just trolling, whatever, go train somebody, because that just adds somebody to law enforcement, and it adds somebody who can be in RTO patrolling with you. So it's better to have more law
see
Also,
a
to
lot of
kind of
FTOs who just have the tag. And I've never seen them train more than 3 people. So if you're an FTO, then do your job. I understand there are FTOs who do a great job. They train tons of people.
But also, to kind of add to what Kevin said, the other like last week I went to a car meet and it was a massive car meet. There was plenty of CHP and cops there, but they were totally cool with people. They weren't, you know, fucking around. They weren't trying to like get them, you know, to go pull them over or whatever. It's just you shouldn't be doing shit like that.
This is like, I would say something that has been really targeted towards civilians. This is going to be like a bit weird, but every time I've flown a plane this week, my plane is randomly shot. Like I don't know how good your RP is, but you never shoot a plane. Like you go out of your window and start shooting planes down, and you see a plane crossing over your house. Every single time I fly a plane or helicopter, someone like decides to shoot him.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, good point. I want to say real quick, if anybody's interested in getting, you know, and ranking up in as a civilian, it's not as much a big a deal as it is ranking up in LEO. You probably get more perks, but if you are like me and other high-ranking civops people like Pug T and Taco and other people, we gotta like know about it. We gotta hear about it. So like post on the forums or talk to us or you know recommend each other or whatever, so we can find out about it if you're interested in doing ranking higher as a civilian. Because there's only so many of us, and I can't watch everybody and see what kind of roleplay they're doing, so I have no idea what the hell's going on a lot of the time with some people.
And as well, I want to add something towards the failed RP. It probably will sound a bit weird, but I don't know how to pretty much like RP this scene. So I get onto a server just randomly, right? Like I'm just trying to have some fun, and out of nowhere, just a fake cop just spawns right in front when I'm getting everything ready, explodes everything that I have, tells me to get in my car, and then toasts me twice and shoots me in the head for no reason. Would you call that, like, what would you call that?
Fail RP / report them.
I slashed report them and they joined again, and I'm pretty sure after, when they joined again they were more normal.
Well, there might not have been stuff on and you reported it, and sometimes stuff, just because they don't kick them doesn't mean they're not dealing with it. Now if there's no stuff on, it might be worth saying something in Discord during the need stuff.
Can I cut you off real quick? Aaron, I gotta go. I gotta get to work. I'll talk to you guys later.
Well, have a good day at work then.
Yeah, whenever you see something happen like that, or you see something happen or whatever, use /report so we can know about it. Don't just type in out of character chat, because all the out of characters chat is white, could easily be missed. The reports show up in different colors, so it's easy for us to see. Report people. That way we can deal with them.
Can I cut you off there real quick? I did /report. He did jump back after at least 10 minutes, and he was more chill, acting more realistic.
Well,
so.
Good,
Yeah, and he went out of RPing, and he came to me and said I think someone talked to him. I don't know who, but I guess someone talked to him, and he came to me and said, "Hey, I'm sorry for failed RP and blah blah blah," and all like I don't remember what it was, but he was pretty sorry.
Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, yeah. Report people. If you see fail RP or someone fail RPs on you, don't fail RP back on them. Just and don't chase them down and smash into them or whatever. Just report them. If you get RDM'd, report them. Say you got RDMs. We can go over there and revive you and deal with the guy that did it.
Gotcha. Yeah, what it did, I did /RP, I mean /respawn, and then just went all my day.
What? It's /report.
I know, I know, but there was what's it called? I was just getting started, and I was like in Los Santos, and I spawned in Los Santos, and the RP was in Blaine County, so I just /respawn.
Well, I'm not talking specifically about that anymore.
Yeah, if that kind of
I
thing
know.
happens, just type in chat /station SS for Sandy Shores or HP for Paleto Bay or MR for Mission Row, which is in Los Santos. It gets you there quick, and I mean, it's not going to be fail RP, to be honest, because if you're just starting, then, you know, oh well.
Yeah, so. Does anybody else have anything new to say?
I don't know if this was addressed already, but you guys need to start valuing your life. Sure, you can make a new character, sure, you can respawn, but if you're gonna really want to RP correctly, just value your life. If someone points a gun to your head, you're not gonna just start saying, "Oh my God, please kill me." And another thing, in RTO, just because someone drives a Crown Vic on a dirt road, you don't need to start saying in RTO, "Oh, please take that vehicle off of that road. It's not fit for that." Or, "Oh my God, his vehicle should be disabled because it hit so many things." Oh, he's failing. Stop saying that in RTO. RTO is for traffic things only. It's not for your complaints.
One other thing I will say, if this hasn't been covered, about stealing cars. I do industrial engineering is what I do. It's what I'm going to college for. You have to RP the fact that you plugged in the OBD2 sensor, went to the engine tune options, and did the dyno tune 5-minute test. You can do that on some newer card. Anything past 2010, can't do that on. You have to have a key that will match the signal from the computer to the key itself, or if it's an older car and it doesn't have an OBD2 sensor, you screwdriver to the ignition, and a hammer, and smack the thing in there and try to turn it over. Most of the time it won't work. You have to give it a few cranks. Just letting people put that out there. So if you're going to steal cars, steal it realistically.
Don't just hop in and take it.
Yes. And try picklocking it. Don't just go up and bust the window. I mean, sure, you can do that if you're a thug and you don't have those tools. That's a great way to get caught.
So just do the best role play you can possibly do, everybody. Whatever you're doing, just when new people come in and they see you, I want them to be like, damn, these guys are fucking awesome role players. This kicks ass. I want them to stick around.
Awkward silence. That awkward silence, though.
So yeah, do better role play, less high priorities, more variety. No stupid vehicles, no stupid outfits, no stupid guns, no stupid anything. Be smart people, be smart role players, be smart criminals or civilians, whatever your role playing apps. Have vehicles that make sense, have guns that make sense, do things that make sense. If it wouldn't happen in real life, it probably shouldn't happen on the server. Okay? I mean, and you know, if you're doing a role play, you know if it's sketchy or if it's, you know, going into fail RP territory, or you know if it'd be affecting people negatively, so you know when you should stop or you should change it up. You know, just think to yourself, is this legit? If it doesn't seem legit, it's probably not. Or if it seems like it breaks the rules, it probably is. If you're not sure, ask in chat if you can do whatever you're thinking about doing. Read the rules. Be familiar with them. Don't break them. Don't get kicked.
Can I say something? I'll take that as a yeah.
Quickly, let's not have this. This is going on a while. I don't know how much longer it's supposed to be.
It's been an hour. It's been an hour.
Okay, go quick.
Deacon 22. That is not important enough.
Has anyone else got anything that's important to say that hasn't been covered?
say?
Just one thing about, I mean, it sort of links on with failed RP stuff. RP or crashes, I've seen too many people get in like a massive ass vehicle accident, flip their car several times,
We went over
and
that.
just drive off. Oh, did you?
Alright, well. One last thing. Let's see. Okay.
If you were muted, make sure you stay so we can unmute you.
Alright, everybody, y'all can go on. I see a lot of fire in here. I see a lot of law enforcement. If some of y'all on duty, that would be awesome. Yeah.
I'm off to bed. I'm up in 6 hours.
15 people on duty. Can we get that? 15 on duty, some fire, some law enforcement.
Alex.
I can't.
I'm currently training Buck H, so if he's still here, we'll go back down to our training and do that.
Johan.
So I'm gonna stop the recording there for the meeting.
Yes, Coleman.
Are you busy?
It's 12 o'clock in the middle of the goddamn night. I'm going to sleep.
Yeah, it's 12:30.
Autumn. Let me go to sleep.
Yeah.
Can I shadow?
What's,
Hey,
who, what's going on? Who?
Can I shadow?
Ivan? Yeah, sure. You and
Rip.
Rob are doing.
I was about to do that.
Well, I mean, fuck,
I'd
I've got
do it.
3 people shadowing at the minute, because I've got Robert who needs to re-shadow because he got suspended from training, and then I've got you and Ivan that want to just generally become FTOs anyway.
Yeah, so Ivan, just go first.
Come on, I just asked people to get on duty, and there's only 4 people in our RTO.
I've got to be up in 5 hours, so I'm off to bed.
There's like 70 people on this channel, and there's 4 in RTO. There was literally like 40 plus law enforcement.
Okay, Robert and Buck
I understand that a
already.
few of them have to leave, but come on.
Maybe you should persuade them to go on duty instead of just saying.
Start taking ranks.
Just like, you know, I love you all.
Like, attendance is key and shit. Like, if you're not gonna be active.
I'm on a split server, Rick.
Hey,
Someone's getting lit.
hey, yo, Adam. Adam.
Who's getting attacked?
Who's getting raped?
Mute yourself.
I put him in a different channel.
Yeah.
Landed.
Damn, I didn't know we had Ainsley as Chief of Development.
Yeah. It's the real answer.
What did you say?
Yeah, who's that?
That's
It's a YouTuber.
Search him on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, don't.
By the way, I'm gonna become a civ, so I will be right back.
Alright, I'm gonna
Meet y'all in
train some
5M.
people. Ivan, if you want to follow me down into training, interview A, sorry.
I can't join interview channels or training.
Join waiting for interview, and then I can drag you up.
Oh yeah, I want to train with for AMS and fire punishment. So I did apply, by the way.
There's literally 4 people in RTO. I'm triggered.
Chase, are you sick?
I'll see you later. I'm in FIVEM. I need to restore my
No,
PC.
I will.
Patience. Patience. Okay, you all. This has been a very nice stream. I will see you all tomorrow or in a couple hours because we're pretty much tomorrow. I love you all and peace out.